If I had to pick a rookie that most obviously looks just like a star, I think it's Dylan Harper, who really is breaking out for the Spurs. He is an unbelievable player. He was an unbelievable prospect. We talked about him plenty on the channel, and yeah, he just looks like a star and is doing all of the stuff that he does at Rutgers, and that starts with his incredible driving game. Harper's burst and explosiveness, some people maybe questioned it, but he's had very little trouble getting into the paint in the NBA. Accelerates right past the defense right there, scores over Nick Claxton at the rim. He has been absolutely living at the basket, and you can see just how explosive he is. And I love this finish right here. Look how flexible Harper is right here. He has to extend his arm way out with Clowney draped all over him. Still finds a way to finish right there. Hits him with a little bit of a flex. And Harper was really good cracking this incredibly stout Miami defense. He was able to get into the paint pretty frequently against them as well. See him explode and open up to his left. Jaime's a good defender, but Harper's just so quick. Once he crosses over, changes direction, even though there's a pretty small window to drive into, he explodes through that dig, gets lower than Jaquez, takes two explosive steps, and finishes off the glass. And if you're enjoying Dylan Harper this year so far, leave a like, comment, subscribe. So let's get 150. Let's get 200 likes for Dylan Harper. People love the Harper videos. They always do well. And he's a super fun player. So let's get 200 likes for Dylan Harper. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff would be so appreciated. But the bedrock of Harper's game, of course, is his star-level driving. And it's crazy how comfortable he already looks running the Spurs offense and getting paint touches. And I love when they run good sets for him, like a little double ball screen right here. He can choose which side, and of course he's going to go to his boy Wemby. But of course that means attacking Bam Adebayo, and Drew Smith is a great point of attack defender as well. But he's so good playing off of 2 feet, and he's fine going into tight spaces. Like, he's trying to get through to the middle of the floor, and he's just going to hop. Drew's on his back. Bam Adebayo's right there to contest. And of course Wemby's gravity helps, right? Bam can't sell out fully on Harper because Wemby's there, but Harper's so poised and good off of 2 feet and polished, and the footwork really was a standout part of his game in college, and it's one of the main reasons that he's such a special driver. He's obviously 6'5", 6'6", big, strong, fast, explosive, but also crafty, has great step-through, hesitation footwork, and we see the finish with his weak right hand. He's not a perfect right-handed finisher, as we'll talk about very shortly, and by very shortly I mean literally right now. He will smoke the occasional one, but man, this is a beautiful step through on Drew Smith. You see he's getting the under treatment right now. We'll talk about that in a bit. Drew Smith feels pretty comfortable letting Harper shoot pull-ups because he's not very good at them right now, but Harper just can hit that step through, and man, nasty footwork to get himself a wide open layup that he doesn't end up converting. But Harper, yeah, I'm not exactly sure about the finishing yet. He was an elite finisher in college, but there definitely are some questions. He's not like an S-tier vertical athlete by any means, and I like his willingness to go to his right hand. That's a tough, sweeping, right-handed finish over. Shout out Colin Murray-Boyle. It's another rookie who I like a whole bunch and have talked about plenty on the channel. But Harper, I'm not kidding when I say he's doing star stuff as a driver. Dylan Harper is averaging 6.2 rim attempts per game. That's in the 99th percentile among 2 guards, and it ranks 10th in the NBA. And I don't mean to translate this, it's already in English, but it's all big guys, stars, super athletic players, and Dylan Harper, right? Shout out Giddey as well, a bunch of players down here, but Harper is 10th in the league in rim attempts, and you can see he's just like profiling like an on-ball star. 31.3% on-ball rate, 10 potential assists, and of course his rim pressure is so beneficial in that way. He draws a ton of fouls too, which is a star indicator, high usage player, and has been pretty solid. Above average efficiency for his position, below league average, but above average for shooting guards, which is interesting. But another interesting thing that I've been noticing is the Harper-Castle dynamic, and we can see that both of these guys at the moment are thriving best without each other. Look at this. Look at these stats without Castle. Harper, 28 points per 75 possessions, 60 true shooting, and then with Castle, it's pretty much anemic, right? And then you can see the inverse. It's not as extreme of an effect, but I do think it's an interesting thing because like Harper's a good off-ball spot-up shooter, so I expect that to work long-term. But we'll talk more about that later. Another great thing about Harper's driving is that he's really great against pressing and like pressure defenses. Those are the meta. Portland's pressing a ton. He's an anti-press machine. There's 6 seconds left on the clock. Dylan Harper goes the length of the floor against an admittedly pretty weak Raptors full court press. I will say that. But he's the kind of weapon that is very difficult to press and pressure, right? He will break your press and get to the basket, throw off Ben Saraff right there, his fellow rookie. Another strong and one. And as Harper gets older and stronger relative to other NBA players, man, he's going to be a nightmare. And we talked about his passing, right? Almost 18 potential assists per 100 possession. That's pretty crazy. And another kind of press possession right here. Again, Agbaji guarding him out to half court. I like the Spurs bringing their double ball screen, which they run a ton, up all the way to half court, and it's just no match for Mamukelashvili dropping in space against Dylan Harper. A bunch of help has to converge, and then Harper knows that, hey, the three is going to be wide open after he creates some space with the Euro step, and J-Mac hits that shot. It's nothing crazy in terms of vision or skill, really, but it's just Harper's paint touches and easy drives creating catches. Like, the Spurs are going to get helped off a lot because they're not a wonderful shooting team. Vassell is a good shooter, but Harper's making these easy passes to the corner all the time. But this is one of the coolest passes I've seen from him ever. Honestly, the underhand lob, and obviously playing Wemby is going to help. But, man, right-handed off the dribble, fires it up over another 7-footer in Khalil Ware. That's a pretty accurate pass, all things considered. Wemby does have to, of course, have the crazy touch and coordination to tap it in as he does. But yeah, Harper has to be the one making the passes. And beyond his paint touch, driving kick, easy stuff, lay downs, he can do high-level pick-and-roll stuff. Beautiful skip pass. Again, he knows that a team like the Miami Heat do not really defend the corners, whether it's strong side help or it's Fontecchio tagging really early because they're playing up at the level and Wemby can just roll behind Khalil Ware. Otherwise, Dylan Harper exploits that with a beautiful skip pass to the corner right there. And yeah, he's already putting really, really high-level passing stuff on tape, just as he did at Rutgers a year ago. He's a nice off-ball connective passer as well. This is something I've talked about plenty. He's a great off-ball player, and part of that is because he can use that great vision and intelligence to read the floor. Notices in this Heat zone, I believe. The Spurs are getting zoned a lot. The Heat zone everyone, but good job noticing that Harrison is cutting into this space and Jaime's not really noticing it. Quick pass, and Barnes just makes a really good finish right there. So beyond his on-ball pick-and-roll initiation, he's a great off-ball passer, but he's not like an all-time like special passing prospect. I don't think he's in like the Cade, Luka, Trey like tier of passing prospect. And there are limitations in terms of like high-level passes on the move right here. The play here is probably to lay it down to Keldon Johnson with quickly stepping up to help. Notice how he's easily able to blow by Scotty Barnes, though. Very impressive. He is extremely quick and explosive and good at getting downhill. It's just a crazy skill. But I don't think he's the highest level passer relative to other point guards in the league. And a lot of his decisions are like, I think it's going to get better with time, where he should probably go try to score here, maybe keep his dribble for one more dribble. And he does a good job splitting right here because Queen is backing off to play Cornette on the lob, and he does a great job breaking it up. But also notice that the Pelicans aren't going to be particularly worried about Harper shooting on the ball, especially on a play like this. You notice Jeremiah Fears going under, and it's harder to pass when the defense isn't as worried about you. They don't have to commit as much help. Cornette rolls behind Queen, and it's a makeable play. That's a great pass in terms of accuracy, but also just a good play by the defense. And again, it's made harder by the fact that Fears doesn't have to stress much about Harper shooting that pull-up. And the shooting story with Harper is the exact same story it's always been. He's not a very good off-dribble shooter, and that's going to be the thing for his ceiling. But he's been a better, spot-up shooter, which is good for his off-ball game. But at the moment, defenses can kind of play off of him on the ball and go under and not really stress about it. It hasn't bothered him a ton at this point. Like, he's still been super effective as a driver, but as a spot up shooter, he's really effective. Like, he can quickly catch and fire over contests, sets his feet, just really confident and decisive in these spots. And he uses his IQ and feel to relocate into space as well. He moves the ball to the middle of the zone, and instead of just staying put, he knows that Fears is going to converge on Barnes, so he just fills that open space on the wing. And again, another like soft, late-ish contest by Fears. He ends up knocking it down, and yeah, just early offense transition, quick three over a contest, and the numbers bear this out as well. Looking at pull-up shooting, he's taken 0.8 per game. How many is this? I'm just going to switch this to total since the samples are so small, but how many total pull-ups threes? He's taken 4 pull-up threes and missed all of them. He's taken 8 pull-up jumpers and missed all of them. But if we go to the catch and shoot numbers, and I'll switch to totals again because the numbers are just very small. 5 of 10 on catch and shoot threes, 6 of 11 overall. He's just clearly much more comfortable as a spot-up shooter, and it's been that way for a while, which is interesting because a lot of heavy on-ball guards are the opposite. But man, Harper just looks so impressive. As a slasher, he's everything we thought he would be so far, and he's pretty efficient relative to his already high usage, and he looks so good running the Spurs offense already. I just don't want to see his usage drop when the Aaron Fox comes. I think he should be getting more touches and minutes and on-ball initiation than Castle, or really anybody other than Wembanyama. He's that talented. I think he's going to be one of those guys who's like an all-star in year 2 at least. And man, the combination of explosive rim pressure, playmaking, and hopefully the shooting improvement going to make Harper a real star, and the Spurs are real scary because of it. So let me know what you think of the video, and like, comment, subscribe. Hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this.